Hi guys, I'm back. It's 7 o'clock Monday night. My name is Mindy Kane, for those of you that don't know me. Just waiting for Facebook to find all of you. If you are watching this as a recording, you can skip forward about 30-45 seconds and you can get into the content. So this is actually my commitment to myself, doing Monday Night Live every Monday night, and I made a promise that I was going to do that. I need to keep that promise because that is the first step of building trust and integrity. Hi Julianne, so glad you could join me. I love it when you can hop on with me. I wish I could actually talk to you face to face. We'll have to do that again sometime. My phone holder actually keeps sliding, so you're gonna see me kind of go in and out and up and down. I hope it doesn't make you car sick. Anyway, part one was a couple weeks ago, and last week I took a little bit of a break and I shared with you guys some of the takeaways from our Singular Conference convention in Dallas. So it was a really fun convention. Rochelle, I'm really happy to see you tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you did. I hope you were able to go visit with my sister as well. She loves seeing you guys. Anyway, I took a break from the Trust and Integrity series so I could share with you some takeaways from our Singular convention in Dallas, and had some really good ones. So it was very exciting to know that I'm on the right track and that the personal development that I'm doing right now is leading me in a good direction. So tonight I'm going to take you on the next two steps. They're a little bit shorter. The first step, making commitments to yourself, took us a little bit. It took the entire Monday Night Live. So, but that's a really important one. If you're not going to commit to yourself and you're not going to make those promises and you're not going to keep those promises to yourself, then you disappoint yourself over and over and over, and it's really, trust me, not a good place to be. It was not fun for me. I was not feeling good about myself. So this is the first step to keeping my promises, is I've promised you guys to be here every Monday night at 7, and this is the third night. So I'm excited, and thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm really excited that you guys could be here. So I'm going to go ahead and dive into my content. And again, we were talking about commitment 2 weeks ago, commitments to ourselves, and how that helps to speed up the trust and integrity that you develop within. And when you have that trust and integrity within, then you can start to trust other people. So the next two steps that I was reading, the first one is you really have to stand for something. So you have to know in your heart of hearts, deep down in your soul, what it is that you want to stand for. What is it that you will not compromise? What is it that God has put in your heart that needs to stay there? And anytime you make a decision, you feel good about it because you have done that from deep down into your soul, and you know that what you've done is right. So that is the next step to building trust and integrity. And you guys all feel the same way. I know you look for people that you can trust. You look for people that make decisions based on the goodness of their heart, and based on the goodness of people. You don't want people that are making decisions based on business solely. And those are the people you trust, is the ones that you know are making decisions from the heart. So that's really where I need to focus right now, and not make decisions from the heart, because I feel like I do that. But what I need to do is really show people that that's what I do. The decisions that I make are for the best interest of the people that I'm dealing with. It's not for my own personal satisfaction. It's not because it makes me look better. That is not my intention, and that's the way it really needs to be. And I think sometimes because I lack so much trust, not only with myself, but with other people, I come across as not making those decisions that, I come across as making decisions for me and not making those decisions from my heart. And people don't really see that, yeah, those decisions are for the good of the people that I am dealing with. So that's really what I need to work on right now. And I think that will help to improve the integrity that I feel, just knowing that every time I think something and every time I do something and every time I say something, it is truly coming from a place that I need to be, and it is truly coming from, this is what I stand for, this is what I will not compromise. Laura, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm glad you could make it. We're talking. Hi, Alex. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you could join me. I wish I could see you guys at the lake this year. I didn't get there. Hi, Autumn. Glad to see you tonight. We're talking now about building trust and integrity within ourselves, and we're looking at standing for something and making sure that you really have your morals in check. You really have those God-given thoughts that are driving your everyday decision. This is really the second step to increasing integrity from within. So, point blank, identify those core values and live them. Don't just identify them and put them down and hope people will see them at some point, because trust me, I know that people don't always see that I have good intentions. It just sometimes doesn't come across that way. One of the things that I am doing to help to improve that is I am going through this professional development. And as I go through this process and finding my purpose and finding the reason that I'm actually put on this earth and clarifying those values, it's going to be a journey. It's going to take me a while to get there and actually solidify those core values and solidify my purpose. I mean, we all go through that. We all wonder, why am I here? What am I doing? And what is my purpose here on this planet? So that's really what this professional development is doing for me. It's helping me to define that. So that is definitely one of the things, the key steps to finding that core value that I know I have. It's just a matter of remembering it. The next thing that Stephen Covey, and remember, I'm going through The Speed of Trust by Stephen Covey. That is the book that I'm getting all of this out of. And if you guys haven't had that, if you haven't gotten that yet or read that, I highly recommend it. Going through this process of trusting myself, he's really done a good job with leading me through this process. The other thing that he says to do is to create a personal mission statement. And this is kind of fascinating to me because our school is kind of going through the same process. We're developing, hi Lisa, good to see you again. We're developing a mission statement for our school, and it was neat, really neat to go through that process. And I really never took it on a personal level and thought, oh wow, that would really be something good for me to think about and good for me to do for myself. It just never occurred to me. I didn't know that individuals could have a personal mission statement. Well, there you have it. We can and we should, and people should know that, because you should be living that personal mission statement, and that should also come from within. So to wrap up step 2, you really need to stand for something. You need to find those core values. You need to live those core values day in, day out, no matter how hard the situation, no matter how tough it is, to continue to work through that. And sometimes it's easier to take the easy road, and it's not so easy to climb up those mountains and take the high road that we should take, but you really need to follow those core values, and don't let anybody stand in your way, and make sure that people see that. Create a personal mission statement. That's going to be next on my list. So I be looking out for, this is my commitment number 2. I'm stating it publicly. Commitment number 2, I'm going to create a mission statement. Now, I can't tell you the timeline on it. I'm not sure exactly how long that's going to take me to do, because I've never done it for myself. But I know for the school it took us a little while, so it may take me a little while to come up with that. But as soon as I do, you guys will be the first people to know. So stay tuned, and we'll go through that mission statement. I will walk you through that process as well. Step number 3. This is the one that I'm doing right now, and that is being open. You all know that you have those people that are just really closed. You talk to them and they've got their arms crossed across their chest, and they have that stance like, yeah, you're not going to talk to me because I really am not interested in what you have to say. do you look at those people and say, hey, that's an honest person right there. That's somebody that I really want to get to know? No, you're suspicious. They're holding back. What is it that they're holding back that they're not sharing with you? So it leads to suspicion. It leads to really not being able to trust that person. Once you get to know him, it could be totally different. But at the time, you're not able to fully trust in somebody that's really closed off and with that body language pinpointing or telling you that they don't want to be talked to, they don't want to be trusted. So this is my vulnerability. Me committing to talking to you guys every Monday night at 7. This is my attempt, my initial attempt at being open and honest with you. And hopefully, if you guys are finding value in this, I hope you are seeing something in my journey that is triggering something in your life that you can do to improve that. And if you are seeing something, if you are hearing something that's really touching you, and you think you have friends that would like to hear it, there's a share button right down here at the bottom of the screen. I have made this video public. I would love if you would share it with your friends. Hi, Alicia. How are you tonight? I would love it if you'd be able to share this video with your friends and anybody else that you might see value in trying to develop trust within and being able to trust others as you trust yourself and find that honesty and integrity within yourself. And I know I talk about this a lot, and there's a lot of you that are out there that really don't need to worry about this. I mean, I have a friends list that is near and dear to my heart, and you guys are my friends because you are honest, you show integrity, and you really have developed my trust, but we can all improve, right? We're not perfect in everything we do. So hopefully you'll feel something or hear something in this video that intrigues you enough to at least attempt a short or small improvement in your life. So being open is the final step to increasing your integrity. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not the end of the book. This is only about the first third. So I have a long way to go. And taking it step by step and really walking through this with you is helping me in understanding this and really developing that a little bit more in you. Hi, Sarah. How are you tonight? Thanks so much for joining me. I think about you a lot. So what Stephen Covey says in The Speed of Trust is openness increases credibility and trust. Again, you see that on a daily basis. You see that on the bus. You see that in the bank. You see that on the street. You know that there's people that you are seeing on a daily basis who just appear open and friendly and just exude that confidence that helps to lead people to trust them. Popular CEOs, you have principals, you have managers, you have just all of these people that are in leadership positions that have phenomenal credibility and trust with their, not only their employees, but their customers, because they are open, they're honest, they lead from the heart, and they make decisions that are for the good of everybody. They're win-win decisions. They're not win-lose or lose-win decisions. They are win-win decisions, and you know it when you see it. So I'm working on that piece. And then on the flip side, like I was talking about earlier, you have these people that are very closed. They're not going to say much. They're going to kind of sit back. And I sometimes fall into this realm just because I'm so shy in certain situations that I can appear closed, which may cause people to view me in a way that I didn't intend for them to view me. Like mistrust. I don't intend that, but I think sometimes because I do have this shyness about me, I do appear closed and not relatively open. So that's something I'm working on as well. You know, the arms crossed across the chest and the body language that just says, not really ready to talk to you. So I'm keeping that in mind, and I'm really working on that hard. So if somebody's really closed, you just have a really hard time with trusting that person. And hi, Chris, good to see you tonight. You really do have a hard time. You have suspicion. It's like, what is their motive? What are they thinking? What are they up to today? Because they're just backstanding. They're just almost taken aback that you are a bother to them and they don't have time for you, kind of thing. The other thing he talks about is not only being open and honest with other people, but also to be open-minded. Are you just so set in your ways and set in your decision that you're not open to other ideas and you just shut down because your way is right and that's the only way it's going to be? That's another level of mistrust. That's another level of leading people to suspicion and not being able to develop the trust that those people should have in you. So you really need to keep an open mind when you're talking with people, especially when you're trying to make decisions in a group, that really look at making sure that you're valuing other people's opinions. You may not agree with it, and that's okay. We're all on this planet with different ideas and different opinions, and it's fantastic. I mean, God knows the politics right now are driving that into everybody, but we can still be nice, kind, and trustworthy people, right? And that's what I'm shooting for. That's what I'm wanting in my own life, is to be a nice, kind, humble, honest person that people love to be around, because there's too much negativity in the world. Hi, John. Good to see you again tonight. Thanks for joining me. So keep that open mind. Make sure that when you are working with other people that you really, truly are hearing what they have to say, and you're taking that into account. That you're not discounting them. You're not saying, oh, you have no idea what you're talking about, so I'm not even going to listen to you. That really leads to mistrust. So, working on that one as well. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth. I've been hearing that a lot lately too. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You need to listen twice as much as you speak. And sometimes it's really hard because we listen to respond. We don't listen to hear. And oh man, that is a really hard one for me right now. Listen to hear. Don't listen to respond. Sometimes I literally have to stop and take a deep breath. Listen to what the other person just said. So keeping an open mind to everything, keeping an open mind to what's going on around you, and just not making those brash decisions. And you also need to be open to new learning. If you're not going to learn anything new, then people aren't going to trust you. You're not going to be of value to people if you are not learning. We are valuable because we share knowledge. We're not valuable because we know everything. Oh God, that would be boring. I don't know anybody that I'd want to be around who knows everything, right? So we are not here to know everything. We are here to teach others what we know and how we can share that knowledge and how we can be valuable to other people. So I hope, really, really, really hope you saw some value in this, and this journey has just been fabulous for me. I'm really excited to share it with you, and again, if you did see value in this, click the share button for me. I would love for you guys to share with friends and people that, hi Logan, how are you? Oh my gosh, girl, I need to see you. Tell your mom, let's get together. We really need to understand that we're in this together. So I'm going to close with one statement that was in this book. Be honest, congruent, humble, and courageous. I have to be honest with you. I had to look a couple of these up. I know what congruent means and I know what humble means, but I really wanted to look them up. So congruent, interestingly enough, Webster's Dictionary says in agreement with something. So I had to step back a second. I'm like, what exactly does that mean? Well, I'm taking it as I am in agreement with myself. I have found that core value. I have found that I am a lifelong learner, and I don't argue with myself for that stuff. I am in agreement with everything that I'm doing because it all matches my core value. It all matches everything that I'm working for. Miranda, it's so nice to see you again. Thanks for stopping by tonight. So I thought that was a really interesting term that he would use, that you want to be honest, you want to be congruent, even though I can't say it. You want to be in agreement with something. And I'm taking that as I'm in agreement with myself. I'm not having these conscious battles because I'm not going in that direction. Humble. Humble means you don't feel like you're better than others. That everybody has a value. Everybody has something that they can contribute to your life. You are not better than anyone else. And then, of course, courageous. And I have to be honest with you, this has taken a lot of courage for me to do. This is my, according to Facebook, this is the 10th time that I've actually done Facebook Live. And it's getting a little bit easier, but it's still a challenge for me to step up here and to open up and to really talk about how my journey is changing my life. So it is taking a little bit of courage for me to step out of my comfort zone and to share all of this with you. So again, I really hope that this has brought some value to your life. Be honest, congruent, humble, and courageous. I love walking you through this journey. My next blog is being published tomorrow on liveyourultimatelife.com. So you guys can go there and you can see my latest blog post, and you can check out a lot of other content that Roxy, Katie, and I have put together, because we're trying to increase the value of our team and to be able to take that into your lives. So anyway, join me on liveyourultimatelife.com, and I will see you guys next Monday night at 7 p.m. I'll give you a half-hour warm-up, and we'll be back at 7 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Monday night. Betty, we're just signing off. If you guys just got here and you got here late, I will be posting this. It'll be up on my Facebook page. You can watch it anytime you want, as many times as you want. And I thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful night. Bye.